Hey everyone, a lot of you are trying to figure out what to do with your polls right now, and I get why, because this part of the patch is awkward and easy to miss. Judge the banners or tempting the next update looks very important, and the numbers aren't as obvious as they seem at first glance, so before you commit to anything, it's worth stepping back and look. King of the situation. With clear expectations in this video, we're breaking down how many polls you can realistically get in the second half of version 6 to where those polls actually come from, and how that compares to saving everything for version 6.3. The second phase of 6.2 lasts 21 days, from December 23rd to January 13th. And that alone already sets a hard limit on what's possible. This isn't a full patch grind, it's a short window, so every source of primal gems matters more. The news, double the most reliable one. As always, is daily commissions 60 primal gems a day over 21 days, gives you 1,260, and total there's no requirement beyond logging and playing, and honestly, this is the backbone of every free-to-play calculation, whether people actively think about it or not on top. Of that, January 1st ends up being a very important day because several systems reset at the same time. One of the biggest is the Imaginarium Theater. Reset if your account can clear all stages and meet the performance goals, you can earn up to 1,000 and Primogems. Here, this isn't guaranteed for everyone, especially new or accounts, but for mid-game, game and game players. It's very doable and one of the largest single sources during this entire period. Then we have the limited events running or opening during this phase, based on long-term patterns. There are 2 events and each one usually gives around 420 primal gems. When fully completed, sometimes those rewards are spread across many games, sometimes through story objectives, but the total tends to land in the same place together. That's about 840 promote gems. And this content is generally accessible even if you're not pushing and game difficulty. Another important source is the version 6.3 special program on January 2nd. Historically, these live streams give out 3 redeem codes worth 100 primogems each for a total of 300. The key thing to remember is that these codes expire quickly. If you miss them, they're gone, so you do need to pay attention around that date when the second phase banners go live. Character trials also open their quick, simple, and easy to overlook, but they still matter to trials at 20 promote gems. Each gives you another 40 for just a few minutes of effort. Around the same time, web events and small promo codes usually add a bit more. The exact amount varies, but around 120 primal gems during this window is a fair and realistic as expectation. Finally, there's the shop research on January 1st. If you've been pulling regularly and have Stardust saved, you can buy 5 intertwined face that's effectively 800 primogems worth of polls. And for most active players, this is already part of their routine without needing extra effort when you add everything together. Second half of version 6.2 gives the roughly 4,360 primal gems from free sources that converts to about 27 polls. If you're fully free to play, that's essentially the ceiling for this period. It's enough to build pity or take a calculated risk, but it's usually not enough to guarantee a 5-star from 0 unless you get lucky early. If you're using Welkin Moon, the picture changes slightly. 90 prime O gems per day over 21 days adds 1,890 more, which is about 11 extra polls. That pushes the total closer to 39 polls. It doesn't guarantee anything by itself, but it definitely gives you more flexibility and how aggressive you want to be with your decisions. And this is where the real choice comes in. Do pull now for Versa or the loan-in, or do you save everything for, and 6.3, a lot of players are already leaning towards saving. Columbia has been talked about for a long time, and both phases of SIC. 0.3 feel important for many accounts. At the same time, it's worth remembering that very popular characters usually run faster, while others are harder to predict. So pulling now isn't automatically wrong. It really comes down to whether you value securing a character now or waiting for something that feels bigger later.